We are kicking off 2021 with a super fun and cute pinata style cake today. Welcome back to Shalice Bakes Cakes. The pinata style cake is so much fun. It's just fun to cut into a cake and just get a surprise full of whatever kind of candy, treats, sprinkles, bubblegum you put in there. And to just start out making this cake, I just dyed the colors of my cake batter 3 different colors today because it's the new year and we are starting it out with some color and some happiness. I dyed them purple, pink, and blue, and now we have to cut some holes in the center so that we can make our pinata cake. So all I have, you can see, is just my little circle cookie cutter, and we're just gonna cut holes in each cake. Before we start stacking our cake, I have a 6-inch cardboard round and an 8-inch cardboard round. I'm gonna stick my 6-inch cardboard round to my 8-inch cardboard round. As you can see, just stick it with some tape because we're going to need to take off that 8-inch and just have the 6-inch round on the bottom of our cake here in just a few minutes when we're gonna roll this cake in sprinkles to make it extra fun. Just to start off this 2021 with a bigger bang. It's time to stack this cake, and all we're gonna do is just stack it like normal, except there's a hole in the middle, and we're just gonna put some buttercream around the edges and then spread it. We're gonna stack the second layer, put some more buttercream, and stack the last layer. Make sure to keep the inside circle that we cut out of that blue cake. That's gonna be my top layer, so I'm keeping that little blue circle. Save it for later. You'll need it in just a minute. Okay, now after we have our cake stacked, it's time to fill it with whatever fun happiness you want to put in this cake. Today we are putting gumballs, we're putting some chocolate little sixlets, and we're putting some sprinkles, of course. Just start filling up the hole in your cake, fill up to about the middle of that blue top tier, and then as you have the extra, we're gonna put the lid back on top of the cake. Now that we have our cake filled with sprinkles and happiness, we don't need to do a pretty final coat because we are gonna roll this cake in sprinkles today. And we put our cardboard round on the bottom, so we need to put one on the top. So just put it right on the top and then just buttercream it all around. You can see that I'm buttercreaming the bottom. Make sure that it gets right on the edge of that cardboard round so that it's nice and smooth when we roll it in our sprinkles. And then make sure to get it on the top. Just buttercream this baby. It doesn't have to look pretty. You can see mine has got a lot of flaws. It's not a perfect final coat because we're just getting this covered with some buttercream. Now our cake is covered in buttercream. Now it's time to roll it in sprinkles. So we're gonna dump these fun sprinkles right onto my pan, spread them out as best you can. Now it's time to roll this cake. Remember, we put a cardboard round on the bottom of our cake as well today. And so now I've got my cake lifter and I'm just gonna push it right underneath and that tape will lift off. And now we're gonna hold it sideways. It's okay, it's gonna be okay. Hold it sideways, both of those cardboard rounds. That's why we have them on the bottom and the top. And now we're just gonna start rolling this cake through our sprinkles. Just roll it nice and slow. If you need to lift it up and spread out the sprinkles again, just do it till you get a nice coverage of sprinkles. Also, if you don't get all the sprinkles covered, you can put it back on the pan because the sprinkles will go everywhere and the pan will catch them. You'll thank me for that tip later. And then just kind of push the sprinkles up on the sides wherever you guys want, wherever there's holes and you want more sprinkles, just place them on with your hands. After we've rolled our cake in sprinkles, we need to freeze it in the freezer for about 20 minutes so that you'll be able to get that cardboard round off the top nice and smoothly. Now that we've frozen our cake, I have a hot knife and we're just gonna get right underneath the top of it and we'll just pull the top cardboard round right off and then just place more sprinkles on the top. Cover the cake in sprinkles. We have a sprinkle-filled cake and a sprinkle outside of the cake. It's a sprinkle explosion and we are starting off this 2021 year right. Now we're just gonna top it with some buttercream swirls. And of course some gold glitter cherries. the fun part. It's time to cut into this piñata cake. Look at that. Sprinkle heaven, gumball heaven, and sixlet heaven. Such a fun cake. I love piñata cakes. They're so much fun. If you want it to explode a little bit more, make sure and put your sprinkles a little bit higher into that cake, and it will get a little bit more of a explosion. But this one was pretty fun also. I mean, look at it. Thanks so much for hanging out today as we made this New Year's explosion piñata cake. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure and subscribe to my channel, guys, and Happy New Year!